right after I said to the guy next to me, good thing I don't have to follow that. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So I realized I say the phrase butt fucking like 20 times a day. It's not really bad, I guess, for, I just curse regularly in my daily speech. Like, for example, it'd be like, I was gonna go to church, but fucking I missed the bus. And it's probably good I didn't go because it turns out the priest was but fucking the altar boys. It's a bad situation. I don't want to involve with that. I just went to church to get women like my mom tells me to. So it's really the only reason I go there, to pick up the ladies. Speaking of something, I guess, if you stick the drug ecstasy in your butt, it affects you like 3 times harder and faster than if you would regularly take it. It's called boofing. And that would have been nice to know when I was trying to smuggle ecstasy back from Amsterdam. Because that was one fucked up flight. Like there was no music. Like, fucking, they wouldn't give me more water bottles. They wouldn't let me dance. I fucking loved to dance. You can probably tell by my demeanor. But true story, like, the way I found out that you can do that with ecstasy is I was at this nightclub. It was fucking awesome. The music was great, house music, because I love it. I think, for this joke I do. And this guy comes up to me, he's really nice. He's like, hey man, you're really attractive and fit. I was like, thanks, man. And he's like, hey, do you want to experience true ecstasy? And I was like, yeah, I like drugs. He's like, yeah, to experience true ecstasy, you have to take it in the ass. And I was like, well, okay, like if you say so. So next thing you know, I was in the bathroom, like bent over. And I was like, that's a pretty big ecstasy pill. And then I realized it was his penis. And then I learned what true ecstasy really was. And that sometimes being gay is a choice. Like, so, speaking of bowel movements, sort of, I found out a really weird thing, like a very weird correlation in my bowel movements, and that's that the amount of time I take a shower in a day completely correlates to the amount of time I take a shit in a day, because I ran out of toilet paper. I should just pull my pants back up. I'm the monster. But another thing about your bowel movements is that the amount of times it takes a shit completely opposite correlates. It has an inverse correlation with the amount of time you have to clean up. Because if you sit and struggle with a dump for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're gonna wipe twice and you're gonna be good. You're gonna be on your way. But if you sit down and within like 5 seconds everything's out, you're gonna be cleaning up for about 15 minutes. So you spend the same amount on the toilet, which is how I justify my drinking. So, speaking of bowel movements again, I was getting Burger King drive-thru, and I was getting in, right as I was leaving the drive-thru, my friend called me. He's like, hey man, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I just got some food at Burger King and I'm heading home. What's up? And he's like, oh, you're eating at Burger King? That's disgusting. I never eat there. I ate there once and got food poisoning. I'll never eat there again. It's like, that's not really fair. You've probably eaten like Burger King like 200 times in your life. You get food poisoning once. That's 0.5% of the time you got food poisoning. It's not fair. You can't judge people you can't judge things like that. It's kind of like, how no one will go swimming with me anymore. because you go swimming with someone 100 times, but that one time a turd slips out, like, you just feel like Mark Von Onen. Like, everybody sort of hates you, but has to be nice to you. Speaking of Mark, it's his birthday. I want to wish him a happy birthday, and I want to do a rendition of my favorite Mark Von Onen joke. So here we go. I was gonna tell you a bunch of grape jokes, but I figured you'd just whine about it. That was just for us, Mark. He's not even in here. Okay, I'll do one more because that sucked. Oh, do you think that we should all start calling people in Mexico that are envious of their friends that snuck into the U.S. jelly beans? Thanks, guys. I've enjoyed it.